Hey guys, it's Rod. I'm going to shoot a little video this morning and answer a question that I proposed to you. Like, should you buy a Matthews V3X 33 used? Should you buy a used Matthews V3X 33? I'm going to say yes. If you own a Matthews Lift 33, I'm going to say hell yes. You know? I mean, yeah. Hell yes. I mean, both of these bows are just awesome bows. I don't know. I know this bow is lighter than this bow, but I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I don't know that I really feel a big difference. Just being honest, I don't feel a big difference in them. Oh, should you buy one? Yes, I think if you can get one bought for whatever you consider to be a reasonable price, I think I don't think you should hesitate buying one at all. I think if depending on I guess what Matthews brings out this year, if you're a Matthews guy or whatever, I don't think you're stepping down by shooting this bow at all. This is a great shooting bow. Now this bow here is 65. It's got 65-pound mods, 28-inch mods. This one here is 70-pound mods, and they're 28 also. I really think I'm more of a 28.5. I kind of feel like I'm getting bound up a little bit. This one's got a little longer D-loop on it. I think I said in the last video I need to get a new D-loop put on this bow. Not just this D-loop's all tied on way too tight. The soft knot is, it's all too tight. I'm just not a fan. I'm gonna shoot this bow in a second. I can't use the sight. The sight's too low for me. So I am kind of aiming at the top of the V right there. I just shot an arrow out of this bow. It is the 10th arrow I've ever shot through this bow. So when you see me shoot, like this will literally be the 11th arrow I ever shot through this bow. This here bow, 1,000 or more. I don't know. I'm shooting my hunting arrow through the V3X 33, and my hunting arrow is a RIP TKO 300 spine. It's about 446 grains, something like that. I opted to go with the 60 grain stainless insert versus the 50 grain aluminum. Not a fan of that 50 grain aluminum. It's like 25 bucks or something to buy a dozen of these. No big deal. That's, yeah. And these are the elites. The lift, I'm still shooting some of the Mamba arrows through it. I just haven't zeroed it in for hunting season yet. So we'll compare the two bows. But anyways, should you buy one? If you own a bow that's not flagship, should you buy a flagship bow that's 2 or 3 years old? Absolutely. I can't even say enough how if I was you, I would get rid of my non-flagship bow and buy a $500 to $700 used flagship bow that's a season or two old. These bows are basically, when you draw one back, you can't really tell too much of a difference. The lift does have a little stiffer draw than the V3X does. The V3X is a little easier on the draw. Now the V3X is 65 pounds. It's probably not even pulling 65 pounds because it is definitely out of time. I don't know if you guys can see, but the timing hole there on the top and the timing hole on the bottom, they are definitely not, it is definitely not in time. It's not bad. It's close. But there again, it's not set up for me at all. And if you do own a lift, or even a Phase 4, or if you have a V3X now and you're waiting until the 2025 bows come out, I wouldn't get rid of my V3X. I'm a firm believer that everybody should have a backup bow. I have experienced derailing bows in season and lost the last part of the season. I have experienced getting my bow stolen on November 2nd or 3rd. I'm in Indiana. It doesn't get much better than November 1st through the 7th. That's probably, if there's any point in time in the year that you can hunt, November 1st through November 7th, that's it. That's the best time to be in the woods, and I've had my bow get stolen at that point in time. So I can come up with all kinds of reasons why you should have a backup bow. I'm going to show you one reason right now. I'm not gonna criticize Carter, but this is a Carter Wise choice. I have shot this release for probably 3 years. I took it to both of my tacks that I went to this year. This release just worked flawlessly. I carry a True Ball Rave as a backup. These releases I can hit in the same place with them. I don't know if you can or not, but I can. They shoot basically exactly the same for me. But anyways, this is my backup release. This is my primary release. I went in there to get this primary release the other day, and this release worked flawlessly, okay? I picked it up and went to cock it. This release will not cock. I do not know what's the matter with it. It will not cock. The cocking arm will not close over it don't work. So I mean, I can send it back, but I'm going to be honest with you. I would never trust this release again. I don't know that I would ever trust another one just like it again. This release did not break on the course. This release didn't break while I was shooting it. This release worked fine. I set it on my nightstand. I picked it up a week later, and it don't work. Okay, so if this is the only release you got, you're done. You're done until Carter, you send it back to Carter and they fix it for you, or you buy another one. So, gotta have backup release. Now, you know what I mean. I have several backup releases. This is just the one that absolutely matches this as close as anything I got. So if you need a more of a reason to have a backup bow, backup release, backup period, if I can say one thing, it's backup right here. This right here. And this is a high-end release, relatively speaking, and this is not a high-end release, relatively speaking. I do believe, now that I've had this problem, I am 100% going to, I'm buying a blade. Been wanting to buy a blade for some time now. I'm buying a blade. And that way my blade and the Rave, they'll match virtually perfectly. And this Rave, I've had this Rave ever since they came out. Whenever they released the T-Rex, and within a month or two I found the Rave, so I think they were probably released at the same time, and I bought the Rave. This is maybe 2 years old, 3 years old. There you go. Backup. So should you have a backup bow? Absolutely. Should you buy a V3X instead of a non-flagship bow? Absolutely. All right, so we're going to go ahead and shoot a couple arrows through the V3X 33, and I'll tell you how it feels. Now I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna put the arrow in here. This has got the stock Victory knocks, and these knocks are just way too tight on this string. Watch the D loop. I don't know if you can see that. Watch that D loop. I mean, that's just way too tight. Like I say, all of this stuff needs adjusted, but we'll get it. This is 60 yards. We're shooting 60 yards. I can make a video on why I shoot 60, 50, 60, 100 yards sometime. I think it'd be advantageous for you to do the same, but I'll do a video on that sometime. But anyways, without further ado, V3X 33. So it is definitely an easier draw. Definitely an easier draw than the lift, and the lift's no problem either. If you shoot a Matthews, and I would probably say if you shoot a Matthews from the VXR to now, Matthews has their own draw. It's not a PSE draw. It's a Matthews draw. I haven't shot a Bowtech in a long time, so I can't speak to that. I have shot a PSE. PSE, if you're looking for something that just draws, if you're looking for something that you're shooting 70 pounds and you think, man, I'd like to shoot 80, probably ought to shoot a PSE, because they really do draw real easy. But once you get used to a Matthews draw, I wouldn't have it any other way. I enjoy it. I have no problem with it. Let's shoot one more. And there again, this is not set up for these arrows. None of this stuff is set up. This bow here, I literally bought it off this guy. And it was absolutely covered in dust and grime, and it's still got grime all over it. I've sprayed some Simply Green on it and tried to clean it up. So at the end of the day, what I can tell you is nothing beats shooting. Shoot your bow. Shoot your bow. All right, there was your 33, your V3X 33. All right, we'll go ahead and shoot a couple, 2 or 3 arrows through the lift. Oh, and this is Pearl. And this is Merle. Merle meet Pearl. Pearl, meet Merle. There you go. I couldn't think of a name for it. Me and the wife was in a hotel the other night, and it was a really nice hotel. It was a Marriott, but it was small. And I said, man, if we had Pearl in here with us, it'd be tight. And she said, well, what about Merle? She called it Merle. I said, that's the name of the bow now. Merle and Pearl. All right, now we're shooting the lift. These are the Mamba Nagulubs. No, non-dus. These are the Mamba non-dus. These are like 406 grains. Something like that. Definitely a stiffer draw. I have nothing against the draw. Matter of fact, I don't ever plan on getting rid of Pearl. You know, but I probably will one day, but I don't plan on it. I absolutely love this bow. I know people are having problems with them. I guess, I don't know. I don't know anybody personally. I think if you took all the people that you saw on the internet that have had problems with these bows, if all the people that you saw had problems with these bows showed up at your house for a picnic, you would say it was not a successful picnic. That's how many people. But I digress. I love it. But it is a stiffer draw than the V3X. Let's shoot one more arrow. Yeah, that one broke a little to the right. So yeah, the V3X. Now look, I love my lift. I mean, I just absolutely love it. But I really am beginning to really love the V3X also. I don't know why, but I am shooting the V3X. I shot 2 arrows at 20 yards, hit right on, and I went right straight out to 60 yards with it. And I am shooting the 50-yard pin at 60 yards. I don't know why. I don't know what the I don't know why that is, but I'm shooting the 50-yard pin at 60 yards, and I'm not using the peep because the peep is way too low. Guy probably used a wrist rocket, a wrist release, you know, and anytime you shoot a wrist release, then it's, you know, your peep's not going to be the same, and everybody's peep's different. And I shoot with my head. I try to shoot with my head straight up. You know, I don't like to duck into the arrow, and I don't want to scrunch down. Kind of feel like my lift might be a little bit causing me to scrunch down. Things change, people change, but yeah, let's go look and see what it looks like. All right, guys. My wife just came out. I'll have to edit all that out of the video or she'll divorce me and there'll be no more bows for me to buy. But anyways, let's walk down here and look. Now look, I haven't shot in a couple weeks. I've been at the Indiana Covered Bridge Festival over the weekend. So, you know, is what it is. 60 yards. So the arrows with the black nocks, that's the lift, and the arrows with the yellow nocks, that's the V3X. So neither one of those are stellar groups, but the V3X with the yellow, like I said, I'm not using a peep or anything else, and that's 60 yards, and I'm shooting a 50-yard pin. I'm just, trying to figure that out. I showed you, I don't know if it really showed up good on camera, but like we're talking severe pinch. You know what I mean? Like you can probably turn the D loop all the way around. The knock is so tight on there. So, got some work to do there. I didn't shoot the best of groups with the lift, but for not shooting for a couple weeks, I'm happy. But anyways, in closing, if you need to go buy a bow, don't hesitate. If a V3X comes up, buy one. Awesome bow. Don't forget to like my video, give me a subscribe, tell me what you think, leave a comment, and we'll make another one here shortly, guys. Thanks.